Sean Diddy Combs' mom is coming to her son's defense.
Embattled music mogul Sean Combs' mother is defending her son.
Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, has come to her son's defense regarding the accusations of trafficking and sexual assault in her first remarks since his arrest. Janice Combs shared a statement via her attorney, Natlie, figures on Sunday, October 6th, where she expressed that it's heartbreaking to see her son judged, not for the truth, but for a narrative created to bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court, to finally share his side and to prove his innocence. 83-year-old Janice Combs talked about her son's relationship with Cassie and the brutal assault that was captured on Hotel Clip.
Rapper and music producer Sean Diddy Combs repeatedly hitting his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura.
My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise, she added. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt.
I met this beautiful young lady from Columbus, Georgia. I'm talking about this chick was the coolest, most graceful, most ghetto, beautiful, most elegant. God, I'm happy for every second that I had with her. You know what I'm saying?
Janice Combs also suggested that Diddy has been unfairly targeted. She pointed out that many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them, not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what society considers to be a good person. History has shown us how individuals can be wrongfully convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. The mogul's mother mentioned that she thought the lawsuits against him were driven by money. These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking a financial gain and not justice. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son. False allegations of sexual assault thwart true victims of every sexual violence from getting the justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part of this ordeal is watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Diddy is currently at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, waiting for his trial. Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, is in a Florida hospital for some monitoring due to a health scare. So there's this report from TMZ that says MS Combs was taken to the hospital on Wednesday, July 11, because she was feeling some chest pains. There hasn't been an official ruling on the matter just yet, but she reportedly thinks it's because of the stress from her son's growing legal troubles. Doctors are keeping her in the hospital for another night to do more tests and keep an eye on her. And Diddy is right there with her. He's her comfort in this. A source shared with the outlet. Ms. Combs has been spotted hanging out with her son in Miami lately, especially after federal authorities raided their homes in both Miami and Los Angeles. So just a day after Diddy was seen having a good time on the water, he got hit with a harsh message from Cassie's lawyer, all while dealing with his legal issues. The founder of Bad Boy Records, who has had a tough time lately, took a vacation in Wyoming earlier this month and was seen whitewater rafting with friends. Seems like Cassie's attorney, Douglas Wigdor, is pretty upset about the move, even though the singer settled her sexual assault lawsuit against Diddy just a day after filing it last November. Wigdor mentioned to MZ on Tuesday, July 9, that he doesn't believe whitewater rafting will get him ready for the tough times coming up. The lawyer representing former adult film star Adrian English, who just filed a lawsuit against Diddy for sex trafficking, also took a jab at the mogul for appearing to enjoy life despite the ongoing legal issues. Ariel Mitchell Kidd mentioned that after witnessing defendant Combs whitewater rafting and flying around on his personal plane, seemingly enjoying life despite all the wrongs he has caused and been accused of by numerous people over the years, English feels even more driven to make sure justice is served. Diddy allegedly hired English to have SDX with guests at his parties and even asked for oral S.X from her boyfriend in return for a modeling opportunity at his fashion label, Sean John. The woman claims that Puffy started grooming her for S.X trafficking at his parties and even instructed her to have forced sexual intercourse with celebrity jeweler Jacob Arabo, also known as Jacob the Jeweler, for which she supposedly received an additional $1,000. She also says that Diddy congratulated her for having sex with Jacob, who is another named defendant in the lawsuit. So in English, it was said that she was then passed off to different people at the parties and kept being sexually assaulted. Diddy, via his lawyer, Jonathan Davis, denied the allegations in the lawsuit. In a statement shared with New York Post column Page 6, Janice said, "It is heartbreaking to see my son judged, not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of a lie. It's incredibly painful to watch what feels like a public lynching of my son before he's even had the chance to prove his innocence. Just like anyone else, my son deserves his chance in court to share his side and prove he's innocent." Combs got arrested last month and has pleaded not guilty to charge of racketeering conspiracy, SX trafficking by force, fraud, or coercing, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He's been denied bail set at $50 million and will stay in jail until his trial. After the star's arrest, his lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, mentioned that Diddy is an imperfect person but is not criminal. Mr. Combs has been really cooperative with this investigation, and he even moved to New York last week expecting these charges. Let's hold off on making any judgments until we have all the information. These actions show that he's an innocent man who has nothing to hide, and he's eager to clear his name in court. Since being in jail, about 120 alleged victims have come forward with sexual assault claims, and the star is likely to face a number of lawsuits outlining allegations that go back more than 25 years. A representative for Combs' legal team mentioned that Mr. Combs' legal team has pointed out he can't respond to every baseless claim in what has turned into a chaotic media spectacle. Mr. Combs strongly denies any claims that he actually abused anyone, including minors, stating that they are false and defamatory. He's eager to prove his innocence and clear his name in court, where the truth will come out based on evidence, not just guesses. Thanks for watching this video till the end. Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content, and don't forget to like and share with friends. See you in the next video.